Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. And yes, I have my lighting and I have my fan. How you doing? It is my pleasure to continue this more than a walkthrough series of videos with the Pride Tarot, a collaborative deck, published by US Game Systems in April 2020. And here we have the Eight of Cups, illustrated by Gniedmann. Now, before I read the description in Gniedmann's own words, I'm actually going to use these very special reading glasses. They have lights on the end of them. So in a few seconds, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. When I say 3, that means close your eyes so you don't get literally blinded by the light. 1, 2, 3. Boy, these are powerful glasses. Oh my God. Oh, I can see every detail. Okay. And I presume that Drake is doing a close-up on the card. We'll come back to me after I finish reading it. So, Eight of Cups by Gniedmann. The Eight of Cups card shows a man striding up the stairs. With his fists clenched, he appears resolute. Below him on the ground stand 8 cups. On the left, the sky is dark and cloudy, and the moon is watching from behind the clouds. The man is walking away from that gloom. From the upper right corner, the rays of light are brightening the sky. This card suggests that your life experience can be influenced by a particular moment. What is driving the man away? It may be defeat or disappointment. He has found the cups, but they turned out to not be what he wanted. Or, on the contrary, the man may be feeling not disappointment, but determination. Perhaps in finding the cups, he discovered that the goal was not right for him. He reconsidered his priorities and values and became inspired to start on a new path. I, Gniedmann, prefer this empowering interpretation of the Eight of Cups. Those of you who have had readings with me know that when it comes to cards, or runes, or symbols for that matter, I no longer look at them like, well, this is good, this is bad. I look at them from, is this empowering the client, or is this disempowering the client? And that's the only way that I look at cards, that I look at runes, that I look at symbols. And I'm going to see if there is a bio for Gniedmann. As some of you know, oh good, there is. There have been, the fact that there was at least being the operative phrase, one bio of an artist absent was like traumatizing for me. If they ever do a revised edition of this deck, if US Game Systems does a revised edition of this deck, I would hope that all of the artists will be included in the bio. So, in Gniedmann's own words, my name is Evgeny Alexiev. I am an artist from Russia. Taking part in this project means a lot for me. I chose the Eight of Cups because it is interesting and I want to share my vision with humanity. And I hope it will inspire someone. As I became an artist through failure, false goals, and self-analysis, after surviving personal crisis and rearranging my own values, I see this card telling a similar story. I received no formal art education and for some years had been living without any goals. I had no idea who I wanted to be. I had regrets that I had not pursued art when I was younger. But at least I told myself, well, it's useless to be disappointed in myself because of the past. I want to be an artist, so I will start now. And so I taught myself. That was my ladder and my way from the empty cups toward the cups of fulfillment. You know, one of the things, first of all, that was just brilliant and beautiful and absolutely lovely. That's number one. And number two, what I love about the card and specifically the imagery of the dark clouds on the left, it reminded me of the clouds card from Lenormand, or Lenormand. I've learned that with some people I need to use the Americanized pronunciation as opposed to the French pronunciation, but I digress. So traditionally in a Lenormand or a Lenormand deck of cards, the clouds has a dark side on the left side of the card and a light side, as if the sunlight is breaking through the clouds, on the right side of the card. And it certainly, and in conducting a Lenormand reading, whatever is to the left of the clouds card, meaning the dark side of the cards, is usually negatively aspected, whereas the cards to the right of the clouds card, where the sunlight is breaking through the clouds, are usually more positively aspected. I also love the fact that it depicts the moon, which is another card in Lenormand. There is the sun, there's the moon, there's the clouds. And for the record, the sun and moon cards in Lenormand are not identically interpreted like the sun and moon cards of the tarot. But what I especially love about the card is the fierce determination in the man's face, number one, and number two, how the rays of the sun, to me that's the sun, are different colors. And there's almost this Mexican or Mesoamerican look to the card's imagery, which I also find fascinating given that the artist, Gniedmann, Evgeny Alexiev, is Russian. So I love how in one card there is this multicultural aspect. We have a Russian artist illustrating an image, a tarot card in this case, namely the Eight of Cups, that has this this Mexican, Mesoamerican look to it. So I find it fascinating. As always, I am most thankful to US Game Systems Incorporated for publishing a tarot deck that honors the contributions and the legacy of the LGBTQIAPlus community, a community of which I form part, as well as to Gniedmann for illustrating the Eight of Cups. And so far, I've only seen one card illustrated by Gniedmann, but if there is another card, of course, I will reference this video in the description box for that other card. And of course, a huge thank you to all of you in YouTubeLand for honoring who I am and what I do, for all the likes, all the comments, all the shares, and all the subscriptions to my YouTube channel, and as always, an extra big and bountiful and beautiful and beauteous thank you to those of you who have already scheduled your sessions. I wish all of you a beautiful night and a wonderful week, and of course, stay well, stay safe, stay hydrated, and stay tuned for the next video.